many applications did you receive last time for these jobs? Approximately.
Dozen?
Yeah, at least.
Okay. Now, in case people here don't understand the meaning of nepotism, it comes from favoritism shown to nephews. Favoritism shown to relatives, especially in appointment to desirable position. I've been here since July. I got 40 hours of work on my whole schedule. The second new hiree, has 48, and Mr. Knappenberger has 64. I was wondering how you could explain that.
Well, first off, I'd like to ask Fred.
No, wait a minute, Alan. First of all, Mr. Kirkpatrick, when we did the interviews with my nephew, I told him straight out I could not vote for him. I had to abstain. So it was these four gentlemen that voted him in, not me. I had to abstain.
I didn't say you did. I said, how come he's getting almost twice the hours?
I do not make the work schedule out. The only people I'm in charge of in this township are the office people here in the building.
Well, I guess Mr. Montanuro should have another tag up there besides chairman and roadmaster, comedian.
Going back, Fred, to what I was originally going to state, you brought up the fact of nepotism. Can you tell me how you relate this definition of nepotism to this Board of Supervisors, first off?
Judy's nephew.
No. Okay. Did you just hear Ms. Knappenberger's statement? Okay. There's 4 other individuals that sit on this board other than Ms. Knappenberger. We make decisions as a Board of Supervisors. So extracting Ms. Knappenberger from the situation, please further elaborate on your definition of nepotism.
How many voted for and how many voted against?
Voted for and against what, sir?
His hiring.
I believe that's not even relevant to the situation at hand, and Mr. Montanaro is the supervisor who's in charge of setting the work schedule at the dump, and that work schedule is totally up to Mr. Montanaro's discretion. That's a fact. Mr. Montanaro's the supervisor who sets.
I think the fact that how many people voted is relevant. What was the votes on that?
Everybody voted for him.
I'm
Four against, yeah.
4-0 and 1 abstain. And you can ask Tammy for a copy of the minutes of that meeting.
Oh, I asked for copies before, but we don't have the stuff.
Wait a minute, you never asked me for any copies, Fred.
And a megalomaniac is a mental disorder characterized by delusions of grandeur, wealth, and power, a tendency to exaggerate. I think that happens a lot with a couple of these board members, along with pathological lying.
Would you like to elaborate on that further, sir?
Sure. You people seem to think that the guys that work for you, that go out there in the cold, the wet, the hot, are like pawns on a little chessboard for you to play.
Define that further.
Yeah.
I'm waiting.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm waiting. Define it further.
All right. If somebody doesn't agree with what you or Paul says, they're out. There's also a thing called hostile workplace. When somebody comes in and badmouths me about somebody that I work with every day, and I know it's a lie, and then they get their ass chewed out by the person that they didn't have enough courage to go up to in the first place, that's when my hours got cut.
Sir.
I told you before, I don't play games. I came here to work, I work. That's what I want to do is work, but I'm not getting any hours. And I don't kiss anybody's ass to get them. I work hard.
Sir, I don't dispute the fact that you work hard, and
You're the only person out of the mouth that can talk.
I also don't believe that this is the proper forum to dispute employer issues. I believe if you have a dispute with your supervisor, there's a proper time, place, and forum for that And I don't believe this is the one to address your employee grievances at. Furthermore, I'm going to go on and I'm going to tell you, as a Board of Supervisors, we have the right to hire, we have the right to fire. We have the right to schedule as many hours as we dictate per employee. But you're not addressing your supervisor in the right capacity or the right form.
Okay, I have a question for you then,
Yes, sir.
pertaining to what you just said. What right do we, what forum do we have to express our concerns? Why can't there be meetings between the employees that actually work and the supervisors to go over these things? So it's not,
Well, you just call for a meeting.
is that how it goes?
Yeah,
Yes.
call Tammy up and ask Tammy, say,
Because
set
I
a
had,
meeting.
you know,
That's it.
Bob and me were both in the military, and we have each other's backs, and it seems like some people want to play people against the other people, and I don't do that. I took that shit from that asshole that came up to me in there and saved you a lot of money by not putting him in a body bag.
Well, I don't think that's the right terminology to address our residents at. First
It
off,
isn't. Well, I heard.
Well,
I
and this
heard
is a
you
public
call
for-
people-
this is a
I
public
heard you
for-
call people crooks.
this is a public forum, okay? And I don't think this is the right capacity to address our residents at. And I think they would take disparity and very much dispute with that.
No, maybe they would like to know what really goes on.
And
And I do have.
would you
very
like to
high-priced
elaborate
lawyers.
further on what really goes on?
Yeah.
Maybe you should
How does
enlighten
some-
us on that.
Okay, how do some people occupy commercial properties without having blacktop done, and other people live in houses that aren't finished?
Perhaps I'll suggest that you read the Saldo ordinances for a more explicit definition on that.
Okay, well, give them to me, and I'll read them. I know how to read.
If you go on www.penforesttownship.org or penforest.com, the Saldo ordinance is there in its entirety. I suggest you take some time and read that.
Computer access to-
May I also say that they are here in the office for inspection at any time?
Thank you,
Or
Mr.
you can
Steber.
buy them, either way, they're $25.
They're free on the website.
Okay, well, that's all I have for now. I'll see you next month.
Thank you. Have a good night. Next.
Any other public comment? Nope. Okay. I need a motion for the treasury report.
Motion.
Treasury report.
Second.
Which second?
All in favor? All right, should be
Joe.
it.
We need to skip, Joe, we need to skip the 911 ordinance because it's advertised for January, so we'll do that at the
We need enough dates.
The
We don't have enough
regular
days in there for advertising.
it's
Had nothing to do with
I
it.
got my citation.